regrets at all. None.
Did you get any resentment from some of the guys because you were making more cash than a lot of the guys? I mean, I remember weren't you married to Sam at the time, Sam Houston?
Yes.
And Sam was down at the bottom of the car and you were at the top of the car. Was there any friction there?
There's probably more friction with Sam because he didn't, because I was making really good money. But I don't know of anybody that was like, it's not appropriate for her to be here. It's not. I can't believe that she's making the money that she did, because what I was doing was actually drawing crowds, and I had a lot of heat. I mean, I'll look back at some of those crowds. When Dusty slapped me that first time, I know that Dusty was worried that it would turn him. He had to have to be careful with this, because I'm going to hit you. And he says, it may turn me heel. He said, we're going to have to see what happens. And when you look at that crowd, whenever he hits me, the women stand up and are like, hit her again, hit her again. And the cigarettes are hanging out of their mouth, and they've got the drinks, and it's just like, oh my gosh. I can't believe that those people hated me so bad, and they didn't know who I was by any means. And Baby Doll's complete 180 of who I am. So it was scary, but then it was fun to make people that mad. So.
Well, you did a great job, because I got to tell you the truth. I hated Baby Doll. I literally hated Baby Doll. You did Dark Side of the Ring, and we're not really going to talk about that, right? But Sam was your ex-husband.
He is my ex-husband.
Well,
he was my husband.
Right. So, how's your relationship with him now? And like, when you see him in signings, is that difficult, or is it just whatever? It's just business as usual.
We divorced in '94. I had found out that he had cheated on me whenever I was pregnant with our oldest daughter. I tried to I had left him right after Micah was born, and then tried to get back together. I got pregnant with my youngest daughter. We were living in Baton Rouge at the time, and for whatever reason, he called me and he said, "Hey, Nick, I need to talk to you." And so, go in there, bebopping in there, everybody's happy, and he said, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to be married anymore. I want to be the life of the party. And he handed me $100 and a plane ticket, and I had to go back to Lubbock. I was pregnant. I had a 1-year-old on my hip. I had $100, and that was it.
Oh, my God.
And he proceeded to not pay child support, not really come and see the girls. And when he did come see the girls, he'd be like really drunk, and it was not good. And my dad actually one time had Sam had shown up for a birthday party or something, and we had told him, no, don't show up. This is, you're not going to just show up for parties and birthdays and Christmas. You're not going to be that type of dad. And sure enough, he's inappropriate. He showed up. So I called my dad. I was like, Sam just pulled up. What do I do? He said, stay in the house. I'll be right there. And my dad showed up, and he had a .45, and he pointed at Sam, and I couldn't hear what was saying, and you could see Sam kind of like, okay, and he backed up and he left. And we didn't see him for 11 years after that. He never called the girls. He never came by, nothing. He was gone. And in that time, he totaled like 7 cars in 3 years. He had a bunch of DUIs. He went here and there and went to Japan a couple of times and never sent money over to us. And it was really hard for probably about 5 years. And there was a point in my life where I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I said, I am not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to let that man have this much control over my life. I'm not going to feel this way. And ever since then, he can do whatever he wants to do, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And he did 5 years in jail for DUIs, and he's gotten remarried now, and his wife seems to be a really nice lady. And I don't hold any grudges. My husband now, Chad, is just like exes are exes for a reason, and he kind of thinks that we should be like totally separated and apart and the whole thing, but it doesn't bother me. Sam can do whatever he wants to, and good for him.
I got to get this in. Is this the same Sam that was a Facebook friend of ours that became like this religious dude and unfriended us or something because our show was too? Is
I
that
guess,
the same?
I don't know.
Didn't he become
Probably
like,
so. And then
he's a representative of the high and mighty now, right? He sounds like it from the resume you just gave me. Not. Is this the same guy?
I guess.
I'm sorry. I hate to be this way, but that guy sucks. Anyway.
Well, there's Sam, the godly man, and then there's Sam that you see behind the curtain, and he'll be cursing and smoking and doing all this stuff, and then say that, well, I've got to go to church since I'm doing this today. But that's not how church works. I mean, we all make mistakes, and God understands that. But God also understands that when you intentionally do bad things and think that you're going to get away with it by praying later, that's not how it works.
WOB says, in fairness, Sam has alcohol issues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So does he get a pass because of his alcohol issues?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I went to a lot of Al-Anon meetings after, because my dad was an alcoholic, and he had 35 years sober. He had all the coins, and he sponsored a lot of people. And alcoholism can only go so far, but when you know you have a problem, and you know that your behavior has affected people and is affecting people, then you have to change that behavior. But I can't change Sam. I can only be in charge of myself. I am the only one that's in charge of me. And it took a long time to figure that out, that whatever he did should not have a difference in my life. I'm the difference in my life. So, but if Sam's happy, then good for him. I don't care.
So is it fair to say, though, that you gave up your career for Sam, right?
I gave up my career because I was pregnant.
Right.
And I knew that if I had children, then I couldn't be a mom and I couldn't be baby doll at the same time. The first year that I worked with Tully, I only had 15 days off the whole year.
Wow.
So I was either going to be a really good mom or I was going to be baby doll. And I couldn't be a really good mom and be baby doll. So I wanted to be the Sunday Delight mom. I wanted to be the mom that all the kids came over the house and had snacks and treats. And I am a really good mom. So, and I'm proud of that. Out of everything I've done, and I've done some really cool stuff.
Right.
My kids are it.
So can you tell us about your daughters?
I have two. I have Micah Tyler and Michaela Joy. Micah is 30 and Michaela just turned 29. Smart girls, pretty girls, just, oh my gosh, you're going to make me cry. Like I said, I've done a lot of stuff, but man, God blessed me with them. They really did. And it was just their accomplishments. I love it that they come home from school and go, look, Mom, what I did. I loved it when we had thunderstorms in Lubbock and we'd go out and collect snails and they'd have the big snails all over their arms. They're just the joy of my life, and I'm so blessed.
And you should be very proud of yourself for what you went through and how you took care of your children. I mean, look, again, our children are the most important thing, but you gave up a lot. Again, you are an icon.
But I gained so much. It's not like I gave out. It's kind of like...
I'm not saying it's a mistake. All I'm saying is understand what you have done.
Right.
And, if I could fairly say this, I say, shame on Sam. It's fine. Maybe he didn't want to be married anymore, but you don't walk away from your kids.
It was actually a blessing that he left, because in the turmoil that goes around with alcoholism and everything, it's a good thing that my girls didn't see that. It's a good thing that he didn't stick around, because I didn't have to give him up every other weekend and then be worried, okay, is he drinking with them, or is he in the car with them when he's drinking? Where are they at? I didn't have the every other Christmas and every other holiday having to, that worry of what was going on. It was just recently that I realized that it was actually very fortunate that he was not in our life, because it could have been horrible. There's one thing between being hard and then being horrible, and that could have been a tragedy. Because what if he had a wreck and killed my kids? No, it was a good thing. He went and did what he wanted to do, and I got to have one of the best lives ever.
Timing is everything. Do you think that Baby Doll could have even existed in today's landscape, the way society is, considering how Baby Doll was portrayed back in the 80s? Could you even do these things with a woman?